Hello, welcome to another video on the Scouring Early Access. Today's match is going to be a 4 versus 4 game with me on my team, the Perfect Gamer, the Madman 1313, Scrap, and the guy with numbers, probably a Chinese player. And on the enemy team is going to be LL, ADKI, our B-Man, and Steve Buscemi 6. This is a little interesting map where all the, I guess, teams spawn extremely close to each other, so you're not going to be able to do a rush. It's going to be hard to eliminate all 4 players. So people are going to be able to have bigger armies, I guess, before fighting each other. So here I pretty much just doing a archer build order, but of course my purple ally decides to get the attention of these wolves over here so they can munch on my workers in the meantime. And my ally purple, Scrat, looks like he's also probably going to be doing a archer build, barracks, sawmill. And a blue ally, Madman 1313, playing as a blue human player. Looks like he's probably doing a few swordsmen. Speaking of sawmill, so maybe he's going to add more archers, but looks like it's more of a swordsman build. And the final ally, Chinese player, playing as orange orc. Looks like he's doing auto warriors as well, so I guess similar build order to the blue player. Now here on the enemy side, third player, LL, playing as the red orcs. Looks like he's doing a warrior build also. I guess because warriors are just a little easier to use to clear enemies around the map. The yellow player, Steve Buscemi 6, playing as a yellow humans. Looks like he's doing a potentially archer build order, but it doesn't look like he's making any units at the moment. And then black human player, ADKI. Checking it out, a little funny build order. Need a second town hall so you can have more workers. But I guess it would work because it's going to take a very long time for anyone to go across the map to actually attack him, so it's pretty much not much of a risk to do this build order, you could say. And then a final enemy, white human, RB man. Looks like he's doing swordsman build order. Anyways, I'm back here. I'll just shooting some wolves. Might as well get my army active on the map instead of just hanging around in my base. And I guess my allies have a similar idea to go around and make their units useful. I guess over here, enemies are thinking of expanding faster, I guess. They're moving more as one big army, just clearing some wolves. And over here, I guess also similar, just moving as one big team, but blue here, mostly by himself. And here I decided to make a base here. It's more of a forward base, but I guess it's not a big deal for me because I'm more experienced in the game, so shouldn't be too bad at defending this position. especially because there's a outpost here, which can be very helpful in defending your gold mine here, or this area where people could harass your workers. And here, after building a clan hall, just left a single archer to defend his position. I believe it's turned on for skeletons. So just having some vision is gonna help making your base safe. Unlike my teammates here, to, I guess, have their units be here, or a good chunk of their units. So here I'm the first one to have a second base. And here the red player decides to expand. He's the second person to have an expansion. Or I guess maybe not. I think orange got his expansion a little faster. Probably even faster than me. Oh, even blue has an expansion. So that is pretty much the main, I guess, strategy. Just get a second or third base a little faster, because it's gonna take a long time to move over to an enemy side. So it's, I guess, you're gonna need more coordinated assault to fight the enemy instead of just rushing by yourself, your own army. So it's a more safe and efficient strategy to expand. I believe white's going to be expanding here. Black is finishing his expansion, so then over here yellow started an expansion. So pretty much everyone is starting an expansion, except for the purple player, who's just, I guess, focusing on just making a big army. Here in the north, I was just clearing more neutrals, because it didn't really look like there was any skeletons around, so might as well just go around the map and kill some neutrals. And he is here, yellow, first person to get a third base. So he should be having the most gold in this game, potentially. Here we decided to attack the middle. It's big hill, I guess, or mountain. And there's this, the dark tower here. It's going to be very difficult to attack, because your archers have to be perfectly positioned over here to even shoot the goblins on top here. So, and yes, it's a very annoying position to attack into. Here I just made a guard tower. I'm going to be making a few cannons, just like on insurance, I guess, in case enemy wants to do a big attack. I'm going to be the first person to be attacked here, so when it's some kind of deterrent or some things that would slow them down from just destroying me here. Here you can see I managed to clear this dark tower. I was going to be capturing it as well, but forgot that the dark cave spawns neutral goblins, and they're going to want to be running around here, and they're going to, I guess, be a nuisance here. So here I wanted to check what's over here. I found a army of black and red here, so I decided to kill a few units, but I didn't feel like losing my archers, so decided to run back. And this is the goblins here being auto menace. I was literally like 2 seconds away from capturing this tower, but of course, just more of them keep on spawning because there were no units here to stop them from spawning. So that just wasted my time out of it, but I guess you live and you learn. Meantime, everyone's just hanging around in their base. I guess orange is just hanging around here. Me and purple kind of holding this middle position. And blue, I guess, was maybe clearing a few neutral camps. And over here, red player began making a third base. Here you can see the white player has a third base, and so does black. So pretty much at this point we can see that the enemies, each of them has 3 bases. So they're gonna have a whole lot more resources that they're gonna be using to fight against us. But of course, it's a perfect time to mention that on this map, it's extremely difficult to get any wood. And even though I only have a second base, you can see I can't really spend all my gold because there's just not enough wood to keep up with your gold production, I guess. I can see how much gold orange is using all his gold. Blue has some. And purple has a lot of gold. So do I. I guess over here, purple went and killed a few workers. And I guess blue is thinking of throwing away his army here against yellow and black. Anyways, black player also has a lot of gold. Yellow has a lot of gold. And then red, I guess somewhat using his all of his gold. And then you can see white has 2,000 gold, so not gonna really have any issues with gold on this map, even if you only have a second base. And of course here you can see the blue player loses his whole army, but I guess maybe he didn't expect all their armies to be here. So he didn't know that the purple player already attacked here. And I guess here I was making a few munchers. Just getting a citadel to try and get their rage. Made a few cannons. You can see here it's going to be extremely difficult position to run into and attack, because these cannons are going to be doing auto damage to the enemy. And over here the white player decides to, I guess, attack, but he's all by himself and doesn't really have much of an army, so he does get dealt with pretty easily. And I guess orange decides to, I guess, help us hold this middle position. And I guess here we can see the red player has all the cannons. It's even producing all the munchers, so it's going to be a very difficult position to throw your army against. But here I didn't even make a base yet. I was more concerned on try to make some archers and try to get an altar built. But I guess over here I tried to make a altar in this position, but my ally decided to build here first. So that is going to delay me from building an altar because I thought that my workers went to build there already. Over here, black player just being a little annoying. And can destroy this base that the blue player was building or built. So here I came to try and push him away or just run him down. Oh, and I guess here you can see the orange player already has a range. It's even getting a death cloud ability for his warlocks. So here, his cavaliers are going to be falling. So it's more of a little nuisance. Didn't really do much, but I guess took away our attention. So now I have 4 barracks production of munchers because I've all this gold, but still trying to use all of it, but so difficult. There's like no wood here. My work is taking forever to get wood from this spot. So I tried to make a logging camp here to maybe chop all of these trees here, but you can see it's just very difficult to have any wood. Your black player decides to fight the orange player here. And these Dark Tower goblins are even helping him fight the black player. But I guess black player decides to run away to maybe go harass someone on our part of a map here. Maybe probably because these cannons were shooting at him. And here I saw there was a lot of cannons and other units, so I decided to make a clan hall to maybe give my allies a bit of a better defensive position. So by now I have already 4 bases, technically, but not really mining much from these 2. And I was making a few warlocks and be very effective by just making enemy armies very weak when you put a death cloud on them, which lowers their health very easily and effectively. So here we were just regrouping, I guess. Just waiting here for an enemy attack. This didn't really look like any enemies were even running in this direction. And here on top, the black and orange player decided to fight each other. But because cavaliers are, I guess, nerfed, you could say, with their cure ability alone, they can't really do much to beat these munchers. Even though we can see here, more than 90% of these munchers are all level 1, and they were easily beating a group of level 2 cavaliers. But I guess that's just how the developer nerfed them. And pretty much a group of cavaliers is never going to be winning against a group of munchers. Which is why you need a support group of apprentices to help these cavaliers. Or that's just pretty much the balance at the moment. And here I'm just going to be melting this army. A few units. In the meantime, the black player just destroyed a big army of archers with a purple player. And over here I tried to maybe kill some workers, but I think the black player already ran them away. And even though I would be winning here against these cavaliers, just with all this support fire, I'll be losing a lot of my munchers needlessly, but I did lose a good amount of them while running away. But it is effective to just run away from a bad engagement instead of just staying there and losing your whole army. You can see here I am somewhat using most of my gold. Making a citadel here. I have pretty much a very effective army that I could use against the enemies. And here red, I think, got tired of being bombarded by the blue player and his cannons. So he decided to maybe try and take him down, but this allows us to, I guess, attack here. I decided to attack and my allies decided to follow me here. And there was pretty much no army here. Just the red units and I got destroyed. In the meantime, the black player was doing a flanking maneuver, trying to go around the whole map to maybe hit one of these outer bases. And the yellow enemy army was trying to, I guess, assault the middle position here. After I saw this very effective defending position, thought it would be easier to just take care of a yellow's army before he does any damage here. But I guess my allies decide to attack here anyways and I guess lose their units. But I guess over time they are going to be overwhelming this position because orange is going to be coming to their aid. In the meantime, I was attacking here. Now we're going to see, I'm going to be using these warlocks to poison these units here. Pretty much poisons their whole army. And that's like extra DPS, you could say. Just units losing their health by none of your units even attacking them. Which is why Death Cloud is very effective. Just lowers their health. Allows your munchers to finish them off. So here, I lost a good amount of munchers. But my enemy lost a huge army of cannons, cavaliers, and archers. So I'm going to take him a long time to rebuild all of that. In the meantime, orange was fighting here. While the black player finally arrived, I guess. We're back here. Just trying to maybe kill our workers, or I guess our food economy, but there's just too many units here, so it's not going to be really successful here. In the meantime, I send on my reinforcements that just defeated the yellow player's army to try and help out here with the orange player. But I guess here I saw that orange's units pretty much all died. I didn't really feel like losing the rest of my army here, so that's why I decided to run away. And I guess try to regroup with my allies. And here, once again, you can see I have a lot of gold, 8,000 gold. It's pretty much no more wood. Because I chopped most of it here in the middle. So I had to make a base here to try and chop all of this wood here. So I guess that's like could be a major improvement that could be done to this map. Just add more trees. So the wood to gold ratio would be a bit more even. And over here, I guess, black's just being a little nuisance. Just being annoying. With just a few units. And I guess over here, I decided to make a lot of archers. I could add to my group of warlocks and archers here. So I didn't feel like making a lot of cannons to use as bombarding. It would just be easier to make a lot of archers that could target fire enemy cannons here, or archers on top of these high ground positions. And I guess here we were just waiting to mass up a big army before doing a big assault, you could say, against the enemy. Enemies here are making some units. We have a lot of defenses here. And then I guess right here, the blue player decides to attack by himself to a fortified position. A lot of enemy armies around, so I guess this was a not great attack decision or strategic decision, but I guess sort of funny. And I guess I saw he was kind of taking away their attention here, so I decided to attack this base here, or potential base. And now I'm pretty much going to be just pummeling the life out of these yellow units here. And at this point, Yellow decides to rage quit, I guess. Even though he had all the archers here. And so here we're just continuing to attack. Trying to destroy enemy bases. But it doesn't look like the enemy has much left in terms of army. Just a good amount of warlocks. And a few cavaliers. And here we were just destroying these fortified positions. And if there's no army defending these units, then it's going to be very easy to take all this down. And I guess over here the enemy is trying to do their final, I guess, defensive attack. Right, by poisoning my army here. I decide to just run down his warlocks. And pretty much at this point, Black has this army here, and White has a few cavaliers. Now here I guess Blue was preparing to defend this middle position, and so is Orange. But that's usually the case when you have to be doing most of the attacking. Because I guess newer players, we don't really pay attention to the minimap or what's going on strategically around the map. I guess Red had all the munchers here, but I guess he decided to not fight with him. Now he even decides to surrender. And so now it's just a White player left. And that's pretty much it. You can see here I mined the most gold somehow, even the wood, and I managed to kill a lot of enemies, which probably I was more on the front line, doing most of the engagements with the enemy. All my allies did fight, but they were more like assisting me in fighting. And I guess enemies were a little spread out and didn't really fight as one big army. Which is why I was able to just pick them apart. My big army of munchers and warlocks, you could say. Anyways, if you liked the video, leave a like, leave a comment. If you want to see more videos in the Scouring Early Access, then you can subscribe. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.